Yo, what's going on? Blanchfield versus Barber goes down this weekend, and I'm here to break down the card and give my predictions. Wasting no time, bro. Let's get right into this shit. Yo, first fight of the card is the piss break. Ryan Dos Santos versus Alice Ardeline. Not too familiar with both these girls or whatever. Did a little bit of research. Just gonna pick this girl by decision. It's the biggest favorite or whatever. Yeah. Yo, for the next fight on the card, we got Markel Maderos versus Bolaji Oki. Not really sure how you say that. Bolaji Oki. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just follow this and go Maderos by decision. If you come over here, he's on a bit of a run. I guess he's got some better names than Oki or whatever. He's got Austin Hubbard by decision, okay. Landon Quiones by decision. He got a few TKOs right here, another decision. So nothing too crazy, but also if you're gonna go check out Oki's coming off his first submission loss to Chris Duncan, who really isn't the best name. He beat Timmy Kwamba, so that's cool. I haven't really seen this guy fight at all. So I'm just gonna follow the general consensus, and I just think Maderos gets this done by decision. Yo, this card's actually quite good, to be honest, besides maybe the first two fights. But getting into one of the actual good fights, Jordan Levitt versus Kurt Holloway. And this is a good fight. I like both these guys. They're both coming off the same kind of, it's just a weird fucking pattern. I originally had Jordan Levitt by second round sub. After re-looking at the stats or whatever, after re-evaluating, and then Kurt Holloway, he's also got more subs than Levitt, but way more decisional losses. So I think, and both, look, decision, a lot of decisions. I think they're both kind of on like a decision. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't think either one of them has a lot of hype coming in. I don't know, just after re-looking at the stats, Kurt Holloway has more subs, so I think the grappling's just going to cancel each other out. This will probably be a foot battle. This will probably just be a battle on the feet. And yeah, I'm pretty sure Jordan Levitt's just going to get this done by decision. Not really too much to say. I think he just outpoints him on the feet. Boring ass fight. But yeah. Yo, for this next fight, it's pretty self-explanatory. Andreas Gustafsson versus Trevin Giles. I'm going Gustafsson by early KO. We've seen Trevin Giles get KO time and time again. I mean, he gets put out by like good names though, like JDM, shit like that. He gets, put out by good guys. But yeah, this guy's got like 8 KOs. If he loses, it's going to decision. I don't think Giles is going to take him to decision. I'm not even going to have to show you all the stats and everything. I honestly just think, I don't know, I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Power puncher versus a Trevin Giles chin. I think we all know how this shit goes. Yo, and the very next fight on the card is Kaylin Vieira versus Macy Chiasson. And this is a pretty good fight. Originally I was gonna go Kaylin Vieira by like maybe decision. That's what I was thinking, but after re-looking at the stats and looking at who they've beaten, especially recently, I think Macy Chiasson has just got some better competition. Definitely experience. Her 1L I think was like Manny Fior or some shit, but yeah, no, I think she's definitely beaten the better competition, especially recently and in better fashion. So and I don't think she's gonna like finish Kaylin Vieira. I was gonna say Chiasson by TKO maybe, but to be honest, she doesn't really get TKO'd, so I'm just going to say Chiasson gets it done. Probably just does more damage on the feet, just drags it out by decision. Yo, the next fight on the card I'm pretty excited for. I've been waiting for Alan Nascimento to come back for a while now, and he's actually fighting Rafael Filo. I don't know, what's the tail of the tape saying? By decision, huh? He's got some decisions, slight favorite. I mean, I feel like a lot of these fights are actually like slight favorites, like underdog, like near even, you know? Yeah, I see Nascimento subbing him. I mean, he's got just as many subs. I mean, he's got like 10 subs. Nascimento's got 15. Just don't see this going to decision though. I don't see either one of these fuckers going to decision. If Nascimento does lose though, it's usually by decision. He lost to Tagir Ulanbekov by decision. That's a good, that's aged pretty alright. That's aged alright. Filo is good on the ground, but like I said, I just don't see him taking it to decision. I don't see him outpointing him on the feet either. So yeah, I'm pretty sure just Nascimento's gonna get him down, put some ground and pound on him, probably get to the back and just sub him by like round 2. I mean, they might just it might just be a lay and pray decision, but yeah, I fucking hope not. Yo, in the very next fight on the card, Zach Reese versus Dusko Todorovic, and I'm not gonna waste too much time. Zach Reese did just come off that nasty kind of KO where the ref fucking KO'd him for a second time. But with that being said, Todorovic has actually lost quite a bit by KO. Zach Reese has got the nasty power, and look at the odds. I mean, yeah, it's, I don't know. I think this is kind of a given. This is probably some free money right here, but fucking, I'm just gonna go Zach Reese KO like everybody else. I think he finds it probably like early-ish round 2, probably like within 1.5 rounds. For the next fight, we got Ramage Bramage versus Billy Ray Goff. I know a lot of people are fucking really hyped up for this fight about Billy Ray Goff. I don't understand why Goff by KO is actually such a big favorite. But if you come over here, like, hang on. I know this guy has had one loss by KO. It's not like his chin is fucking out the window. He mainly loses to decision. I don't see Goff taking him to decision. If you go to Billy Ray Goff, I understand that he's got 7 wins by KO, but he's also fucking like lost 1 by KO, so his chin's not, if you want to go chin for chin, they've both lost 1 by KO. I don't see him taking him to decision. I don't see him outpointing him. I don't see him doing enough damage or whatever. I think Bramage is going to be enough to finally test his ground game. I think he's going to give him the first L. I think he's going to put him into some deep water and sub him. Probably, what did I say, round 2? Yeah, probably like later round 2. I think it's just going to be a lay and pray kind of round. And I think he's just going to gas out Billy Ray Goff. Bro, and again in this fight, Justin Jacoby versus Bruno Lopez. I'm taking the underdog. I'm gonna pick Lopez by decision. I know Justin Jacoby has some power, former kickboxer, whatever. I'm just coming off that Vitor Petrino KO and shit, but I just don't see him putting out Bruno Lopez. 14-1. Does have one TKO loss back in like 2023, so maybe the chin's going to be in question, but I don't think so. His last couple fights have gone to decision or whatever. I don't see Justin Jacoby being the guy to put this guy in trouble. He's kind of big for the class too. The ground game's not bad, obviously, but maybe I should do Lopez fucking KO. I think maybe Lopez KO would be better than Lopez decision, huh? Let me see Justin Jacoby. Yeah, so I'm actually not sure here. I think you could go Bruno Lopez by KO or fucking decision, but I'm just putting my money on Bruno Lopez. I don't know why people are going so hard with Justin Jacoby after seeing what he's done recently. I'm just not too high on him, especially after KOing Vitor Petrino. We've seen how that aged. I'm just gonna say Bruno Lopez gets this shit done by decision, but you could say KO. I think KO's not a bad choice either. Moving on to the co-main, bro, we got Mateusz Gamrot versus Ludovic Klein. Originally, I was saying I think Ludovic could get this done by KO. What are the odds? It's okay. Probably about 10% odds, just saying fucking Ludovic Klein get this done by KO. I think Ludovic Klein's a real good sub. I mean, he's got draws with good people. But Mateusz Gamrot's going to be hungry after that last fucking Dan Hooker decision that, it was a close fight. Mateusz Gamrot could have won that shit. And Ludovic Klein has a good game. If I come over here, he's got like 8 subs, 2 losses, a lot of knockouts. So that's what I'm saying. He knocks people out pretty viciously too. And he doesn't really lose by decision that much either. So I don't think either one of these guys is going to go to decision. I think this is going to be a pretty like finish hungry kind of chase from both guys. I think Ludovic's going to just try to stuff the takedowns, get him off on the feet, and then I think Mateusz Gamrot's just going to try to sub him. I do think Mateusz Gamrot has enough pressure and has enough good enough ground game to sub a guy like Ludovic Klein though. Sadly, I do like Ludovic Klein. I do want to see him win. I'm also just throwing this out here. I could say I could clearly see Gamrot by decision. I think that's probably the safest bet. I'm actually just like throwing this out here just to kind of like throw some shit up in the air. Hopefully, maybe, something hits. Maybe look like a fucking genius out here, yeah. But, no, for real, I got Mateusz Gamrot by sub in round 1, just to throw some shit up there. If you're going for safe money, though, safe money, and I do think smart money would be Mateusz Gamrot by decision. And then the main event, bro, I actually almost went Maycee Barber by, like, TKO. Maybe she gets her maybe round 2, like late round 2, she kind of finds her. Round 3 she finds, maybe gets her up against the cage, gets her, not KO cold, but I thought maybe she gets the little TKO. After looking back at the resumes though, I'm just gonna go Erin Blanchfield. I think she's better, well tested. I think she's beat better people, especially recently too. They both gone to decision a lot recently, so I don't think that they're gonna find a finish. That was the only reason I didn't really pick Maycee Barber by KO, was because she hasn't got a finish like that in a minute. But yeah, man, I don't know, I'm just gonna go Blanchfield by decision. I think it's like the safest fucking bet. That's what everybody's putting their fucking money on. Yeah, like I said though, I think a slight favorite. I do think she has just beat better competition in better fashion a little bit more recently too. Maycee Barber's not something to sleep on though. Maycee Barber could definitely get this shit done. If she did get it by TKO, bro, I'm gonna feel like a dumbass. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this. That was my full card prediction and breakdown for UFC Blanchfield versus Barber. Goes down this weekend, bro. Let me know what you guys think about my picks. Let me know what you guys would change. Let me know who you guys are voting for. And yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one, bro. Peace.